Y'all look good.
Hella good.
The what?
He's like, I look good.
No, y'all look good.
Y'all look good.
I look good.
I heard, you know what I heard? We all look good.
That's what I
Hey,
heard.
I like that. I like that.
Real talk.
It's real. It's raw.
It's also deep and diverse.
Real talk.
Welcome back. On today's chapter, we will be talking about motivation. We have two special guests in the building. We have Santi and Freddy, and they are two of our really good friends. They're two of our really good friends, and they are one of the two most motivated people that we know in our lives right now. So we invited them to the show to kind of talk to us about how they stay motivated in the things they do. Okay? Yeah? Cool.
Yes. Well, I want to start off by saying I'm probably the least motivated person here.
It depends what we're talking about.
I think, yeah, I would say you guys are some of the most motivated people that I know. So I think it's all based off of perspective.
It depends on what you're talking about, too.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
So if I say the gym for you, I'll be like, but...
You're right. Yeah,
you're at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're reflections of each other.
Right.
But if I say, like, photography now, I'm like, okay, yeah, this dude's fucking... He's getting it. And that's real talk.
Hey, you wouldn't have lied, baby.
Hey, like
That's
that.
why I fucks with you. Synced, bro. It's synced.
Synchronized. So we're it is Friday, so we're doing a little sipping today in these ¿cómo se dice?
Cantaritos.
Cantaritos.
Cheers,
Hey.
by the way.
Salud.
Salud.
And water because he's
motivated.
He's motivated to wake up early.
All right, so we kind of want to get started on like trying to help our viewers and ourselves learn what we can do, like the tools we can do to stay motivated. Because sometimes I wake up and don't want to do shit. Like, and I'll like, and if I don't have anything to do, like no one's expecting me, like I'll just kind of like waste my day sleeping a little bit. And like, does anyone have any like suggestions of what I could do to get up and like get my day started?
Damn. I think that happens to all of us.
Yeah, but like, so when it feels like you, do you do it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's part of, like, you should have like your times when you're going hella hard on whatever it is you're doing, whether it's work. I know with you, it was like, I remember when he was cutting hair in the garage. Like, that's a side that, like you said, if it was about the gym, you'd probably be at the bottom. But you had a goal, right? You had a goal to learn how to cut hair, right? So I'm sure there was times where I mean, it happens to me where I doubt myself, and I'm like, damn, I don't know. I think what I'm doing is just in vain. It might be, but then you have the discipline to like maybe go and you sat in a barbershop maybe and paid attention to other barbers that knew what they were doing, or watch videos, and then when you start picking up that skill, you get motivated to like.
That's true. Push a little harder, yeah.
Like, damn, I'm actually getting it. So it motivates you to go. So I think, to me, it's like, if I set my short-term goals, whatever it might be, whether it's job or like an athletic goal, my short-term goal is what drives me to kind of be motivated in the beginning to start getting in the motion of getting there. But then after a while, the motivation might go away. And so that's the days where if it's too cold outside, I don't want to go out and run. If it's late, I don't want to go to the gym. If it's the holidays, I don't want to cut out the good food, you know? So I think on the days where you do need to, like, you need that extra push, I think that's where you got to be kind of keep your mind on the goal.
Disciplined.
And the discipline is where it kicks in, because the discipline doesn't go away. If you train yourself to be disciplined and you know about it,
drink water,
drink whatever it is, really. You keep on, like, when the motivation goes away, you're still disciplined to get up and do it. Even though you don't really want to, you're like, fuck, I'm trying to learn how to cut hair, so I'm going to go sit in the barbershop and watch people. Even if I don't cut nobody, or even if I don't got no clientele, you still go in there and you just do it. And I think that should be one of the things that you, like, know your goal, you know what I mean, for whatever it is it might be. And that's why I think it's so important to have goals, because it keeps you motivated, and then you self-discipline yourself.
How do you have your goals? Do you write your goals down? Like, you just remember them in your head?
To me, it's all mental.
It's all mental?
Yeah. To me, it's all mental. Like, I just set short goals and then just like I like seeing when with myself. Some people might lose motivation that way, but when I know I'm falling off, like for me, it's mostly all like gym related or soccer related or something. When I'm gaining weight, then I know I'm like fuck, I need to get back on my shit. But once I hit a plateau of whatever it might be, like whether it's with soccer or the gym or whatever, then I lose motivation because I'm like stuck, you know? Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm still disciplined to go to the gym, but I'm not really motivated. I'm just kind of going through the motions now.
I think one of the cool things about you of how like you are consistent with your soccer and you're working out is that like you have a relationship, a family, things of that nature. Like what, like how did you keep, like what like clicked with you to keep your same routine and your personal goals as well, like with all that other stuff going on? Because people use that as an excuse, you know, like for me when I get in relationships, like I either lose weight or I gain weight. Like it's either they want to work out too, or we going out to eat every day. And like it's kind of like I get out of shape, and it's kind of like you haven't done you haven't done it
to everybody. Yeah, but not it happened to me at a short like. But that's like I said though. Like to me, it's motivating when I know I'm falling off, because then it's like, fuck, I gotta. Like, it's more of a challenge, and I love the challenge. Mm-hmm. So when I'm gaining weight, it's like, damn, I know I gotta work hard. Mm-hmm. So it motivates me to get up. It motivates me to go to the gym and maybe cut out food, you know, and when everybody else is eating whatever, I'm disciplined enough to, like, cut whatever it is I need to cut out. Same with, like, having a family, you know? It's like, even though I do have a family, to me, it's like you have to make the time, because it's easy to be like, oh, well, I have a family or I work too much or whatever. But, I mean, there's 24 hours in a day, you know what I mean? If you sleep 8, great. I don't sleep 8. I sleep 6. I sleep 5. So if I have 8 hours I should have slept and I sleep 6, that means that I have 2 extra hours from my day. If I work 12 hours, that means I have those extra hours to... maybe I don't know whatever people do, you know,
like spend time with your family or
sleep.
Hit the gym.
I have to spend time with my family, but whether it's 30 minutes or an hour, I try to get myself, whether it's go on a jog, go to the gym for 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
And I think that's important because it helps you, you know, stay grounded. It helps you maintain that same mentality, because otherwise, if you get too distracted with the new things that are coming into your life, then you start kind of losing yourself. And you're not doing the same things. You're not acting. And like how we were talking about earlier, I was having a conversation with him where you don't realize the things that, like, you can be irritated by little things and you don't realize them. And that could be because something new is happening and you don't really realize it because you're not being vocal about it, right? So then you start losing yourself because now you're not doing the things that kept you sane, I guess. So being disciplined and being motivated to do the things that you love and that help you like continue to grow, I think is really important. So that like how he says that, you know, I have to, even whether it's 30 minutes or an hour, like I have to do it. And that's why I think it's important, because it keeps you, how would you say? Grounded, but more importantly, like you don't want to change and then you're gonna be like, well, you're not the same anymore. Well, it's a lot of things. It's not, don't take it personal, but it's a lot of things within me. I stopped doing the things that I love because, you know, I got these good things, and you make the excuses.
And it sucks because that's what happens in a relationship.
Exactly. You put them as a priority.
When you get with somebody and they don't necessarily have the same lifestyle you have, it's like, damn, well, I'm sure they don't do it like, you know, because they don't want you to go do whatever, like gym or whatever it is. But if they do, you know, it might be.
Hey, Santi's faces are so loud that I want to.
I was just thinking like this, as far as like relationships and how you were saying, or I think it was you that said that when you go into a relationship, you kind of just stop, you know, going to the gym and doing all that stuff. And I think the perfect person for that is this guy right here.
Well, I mean, that did happen to me where like I got in a relationship and then everything just kind of like fell off. Like, I lost track of myself. I lost track of what I was doing, what motivated me at the time, and it just it sucked. And like you guys were saying about like going out to eat all the time and not making the right decisions when you're like in a relationship, it kind of just brings you down and makes you lose like self-control and stuff, and it sucks. Like for me,
for how long would you say you were in that like, that abyss of kind of just not giving a fuck and losing like motivation, and the discipline was just out the window? Let's just say you were like at the lowest of the lowest.
I think man, I would have to say more than 2 years for sure. And I think I was just to focus on the actual relationship and not like myself, and that's where I actually lost track of who I really am and stuff, you know. Because I even I stopped playing soccer for once. That's something that I love. Like, that's my life. Like I hate speaking about it because it's just I hate the fact that I stopped. I stopped playing because I was in a relationship and all these other things happened, and it just sucks. But the only thing you can do is just get back on it, start again, then just find yourself again, pretty much.
Do you
go from there?
What like changes, like if you were to get into another relationship in the future, like would you think that will happen again, or do you think you have tools now to be like, hey, like these are priorities for me to stay healthy?
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like. Well, I don't want to say I'm not gonna choose like that person over like what I love doing, but it's something that's not gonna happen again.
And
I'm not gonna stop playing soccer because I'm in a relationship.
Well, yeah, I feel that because, like, honestly, I think when I was in, like, a real serious relationship, like, I was playing soccer on 8 different teams. Like, I was in great shape. And, like, when I got injured, so it kind of kicked off, like, the getting out of shape part. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't play anymore. Like, I broke 2 bones and tore 2 ligaments on one hit. And I had never been injured before. So that was kind of a factor. But I wanted to go to the gym to swim because I couldn't run, but I knew I could do other things that were active that would be better on my knee or my leg. And so since my partner at the time did not want to go to the gym, I'd be like, okay, well, I'll stay with you. Or I'll get to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to go because I feel like I'm getting so out of shape, like I need to go. And then she would be like, well, like, you don't want to watch this movie with me, or you don't want to go out to dinner, you don't want to spend time with me, like, you're at work all day, so, like, it makes you feel guilty, like, you have to choose, but in all reality, it's kind of like, it's hard, like, to, when a partner puts you in the position to choose between your health and, like, spending time with them.
I think that's why it's so important to let someone know, like how you guys are saying in future relationships, like, let someone know, just like when you meet somebody and like they have, you know, whatever it is that makes them happy. If it's makeup and you like to do makeup, well, I'm not gonna go and, you know, snatch your makeup and be like, no, you can't do your makeup no more. You know? Like, and it sucks, but that's just kind of how it is when people come into your life and they don't know what your life is about.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why it's important, like in the next relationship, you know, to let them know, you know, this is how I live my life. Like, this is what keeps me sane. This is what. And when I lose this and it's drive. Like, who am I? You know what I mean? Because that's what your life revolves around.
And then not only does it affect you, but then that you take that into the relationship, and then they start to question, well, why are you acting different? See, that's the point that I was trying to get across. That by you doing the things for the relationship, it affects the relationship because now you're not doing the things to keep yourself sane.
You're subconsciously acting different. You might be. You know, it's bothering you that you can't go to the gym, but you want to make them happy. So then you're kind of being unhappy yourself to make them happy.
But even too, like, you choose your partner so much that you forget that that's even a priority of yours.
Right.
Like, I after a while, I was just like, oh, it's whatever. I didn't even notice myself getting fat. Like, I was like, how come no one told me I was this fat? Like, I would get pissed, you know? Yeah. And it's like, it's always hindsight. But in the time, like, I was just, you know, like, I stopped fighting.
You're comfortable.
Like, you kind of got comfortable. I stopped fighting my partner. I was just like, whatever, this is that, you know?
And then before you know it, you're like, you trying to go eat?
Well, you know what? That actually happened to me. It's funny because, like I just stopped like I didn't give a fuck, I guess you could say. Like I didn't care anymore, and it would just be like eating all the time. You know, I would just think about, oh, let's go out to eat, let's go grab this, let's go grab that, and then I just.
Well, I remember coming over and like in the morning, you were eating cheeseburgers for breakfast, bro.
Hey, it's
like
true though.
Leftover
It's true.
like chicken nuggets and stuff. I'm like, damn, like this is from the moment I met you till that time. Like I remember thinking like, this is crazy. This is completely unlike.
Did you ever think about it though? Like while you were just. Cause I know I catch myself like when I'm at like when I know I'm not doing what I should be doing. I'll catch myself in the act and be like, damn, this is wrong. Like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean?
See, you didn't let yourself get
Real
deep enough, and that's a great thing. You didn't let your motivation to do what you want to do didn't let you fall deep enough. Just like anxiety becomes depression, like that fight like goes away. Like honestly, I was oblivious to all of it. Like I didn't notice that I gained 40 pounds.
Nothing.
Like 40 pounds. Try walking 40 pounds on you. That shit is heavy. Like, and it's like I didn't notice it. Like it just becomes like
Part of you.
part of you.
I honestly didn't notice it either because I gained. I mean, going from 150 to 198 pounds.
Mm-hmm. I lost 47 pounds too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like 198. I mean, I was considered
Obese.
well, almost because the doctor was like, "You're like 2 pounds for being considered obese and stuff," and I was like, "Damn." It sucked like because I was getting sick. I was so fat that I was so I was fat though. Like I mean that I was getting sick. I was like I would feel down all the time, lazy. I didn't want to do anything. I would go to work and I'm just like, oh, here we are.
My shirt
again.
don't fit no more.
No, really though. I mean, he would tell me all the time, like, dude, look at yourself. You're fat.
And like you know how brutally on like I would hear a couple times where he would tell him like, Santi, you're a fucking fat, like how he talks to himself.
Yeah.
Remember how we talking about like
you're
a fat fucking pig. I would hear that and I'd be like, bro, like, nah, fuck that. Look at this fat ass. I'm like, damn, dude. I mean, Santi, you need to go to the gym, bro. But
So none of that would get to you, like.
he'd be
You don't
like,
see it.
He'd be like,
you
yeah,
don't
bro.
see it. That's,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You don't see it because the times that you want to go, you have this person that you love being like, stay with me. Don't like stay with me.
So
let's do
your
this.
priority's already set.
Your priority's already set. So it's like even if that clicks like to where it's like a temporary motivation because you don't want to hear that from, you know, someone you care about that you're fat. Like let me go. Like the person you love more or in a different way is kind of like nah. Like we're gonna go out to Masaki or something.
Maybe what happens is that like like you're saying, the person that you're in love with or whatever your relationship with, she that person's gonna see you I guess like looking good no matter what because that person like has
Loves you, yeah.
affection for you, loves you, stuff like that. So I mean,
I think that's a lie.
I don't know.
What? Nah.
That's a lie.
I think
In
that's
a
true.
sense.
No, but like I'm saying it as in like
Tap in.
Hey, tap in.
No, tap in because I agree with
shot.
him.
No,
Like,
I agree because you do like you don't notice a lot of times that even your partner is gaining weight or you guys are both becoming unhealthy, but you don't even realize.
I don't realize it. Yeah.
hey, if you
I don't know.
it ain't love if you ain't gained a couple pounds.
Yeah, I know.
It ain't love.
That's real talk.
Hey, pussy got calories too.
Hey, you know what that is? Hey, that's real talk. Hey, I got you,
You know these drinks pretty strong.
No, I just be
Hey,
feeling like
talk.
they just be trying to get you fat so you don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then they leave
like,
you.
this dude ain't gonna cheat, but then they leave you for the dude at the front desk at the gym, bro. And it's like, damn.
Bro, bro, it's okay.
Hey, you good? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You good?
How the fuck they end up at the gym but didn't let you go?
Right.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
real talk.
Let's get back to motivation in general, okay? Like, what is the key to motivation? Like for go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the key to motivation? Like, we were talking about discipline, consistency.
I think it's the short-term goals.
in the short
Because
term.
if you set, like, it's good to set a really, set the bar really high. But once you start like working towards it, and then you start falling off or you hit the plateau, then you lose that motivation, and I think that's where a lot of people quit. I'm never gonna lose weight, or I'm never gonna get whatever it is that they're working for. And setting those short-term goals is more. It seems more attainable at that point, because then you look back and you're like, okay, this is where I started, and this is where I'm at, and this is where I want to get to, and now you're a step closer to where you like where the end game is at. And even then, you should still have something else. But I think the short-term goals is a good way to continue that or help you be disciplined, because that motivation is always going to go away.
I think it's like that because like we live in the world where we have all this instant gratification, right? And like if you want to work out, like if you want to do like be successful in your career, like you don't really get gratification instantly. Right. So like if I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have a cheeseburger for breakfast, like it's that shit tastes good, bruh. Instantly. So what it is like Freddie was saying, is like those short term, being consistent in those short term goals. So that we can have and what you were saying too, Oscar, so we can have that kind of small gratification until we get to a bigger thing, because we live in a world to where it feels good to do this right now. If you don't set like checkpoints along the way, that shit just seems way further. Yeah. It's like you're walking down fucking long ass road, and the finish line is way over there. But if you don't have checkpoints where it's like they're telling you, okay, you're this much closer, it seems way too far. It's like I'm never gonna get there. I'm never gonna get there, and you lose that motivation.
That's true.
And then now the going back seems a lot closer. Than the end.
It does.
Well, you already know where your comfort zone is.
Yeah, exactly.
That too. To go to your comfort zone. Yeah. It's much easier.
Easier to stay there.
I was gonna say that's true, because I use that when I go hiking, like those checkpoints that they put, like
it shows
whatever the name is of the hike. Yeah. You're like yes, and then you get a little closer, and like fuck yeah. So that in a way does actually push you to continue to go towards the end goal.
I think the motivation is always going to be lost. Motivation. It's like they say, motivation gets you started, but discipline
keeps you going.
Pushes you past the obstacles.
Right.
Is what it does.
Discipline keeps you going. So, and like I said, I think people lose that motivation, and then suddenly it's like, okay, well, I'm comfortable here. Like this is my comfort zone. I'm okay right here. Do I really need that? Maybe not. It's too hard.
So maybe that's not really having like discipline, right?
Yeah, that's the lack of discipline to continue to go. Because then again, you lose that motivation. How many people talk to people at the gym and you're like, yeah, they've looked the same for.
Honestly, I would say that's me, because I feel once I start to get like right now, I'm at the point where I'm like, fuck, I gotta get back in the gym, and I started going back to the gym like in a week, 2 weeks ago, not consistently though. So I feel like I'm that type of person where when I know I let myself get to a point where maybe 2 more pounds, I'm gonna be like a little fat, or I'm, my titties might hang a little lower, or whatever, whatever. Like, shit. God damn, where to go? I think that does happen, and I'm probably like I don't want to say first-hand experience, but like I'm right here. I'm that example of what you're trying to say. So you don't have to go far. I'm right here, baby. So that's true, and I lose a lot of not motivation. I would say I'm not disciplined, at least in that aspect of the gym.
I think for you though, I think it has a lot to do with like the environment, because like how you mentioned, you walk in that gym and you're just like, fuck.
That's true.
And it has a lot to do with people's energies. You can tell a lot of people are in there and they're fucking pissed off.
Well, it helps you push, Like,
and you can tell the people that are disciplined are the ones that are working. They're not even focused on anything else. And the other ones are just fucking on their phones and just,
Well, honestly, too, it's like once you go to any environment that's new, if you ever walk onto a school, like college campus that like you don't go to, or like even a gym, like it feels uncomfortable at first. Right. Even if you do a hiatus of not going, it feels uncomfortable going back. But once you start being consistent with a couple of days, it feels like oh, I'm gonna go in here and hit what I want to hit. So I think I feel like you three like are more like when it comes to working out, it's not even like motivation, it's like drive. Like you guys are driven to where no matter what happens, you're gonna swerve across the obstacles, but you're still gonna go. But like with you and I, like me, like I get into these modes where like I drop hella weight, I'm in the gym every day and I do these things, but I lose it.
Well, yeah.
But when you have discipline.
But motivation's temporary. So motivation is temporary, and drive, you just can't stop drive. So it's like I don't know how to take that temporary motivation. Like, you ever like listen to something or see a little clip, like Will Smith was just like, oh, it's not gonna be easy, you know, like fear's unreal, like, but danger is, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, let's go. But then that wears off.
Yeah, and that's
wears off.
how it is with really anything. Though.
But why doesn't it wear off for you guys though? It's because you guys are driven for some reason.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
For me, I think it's because like working out has been like I told you guys, it's like my escape. You know, it's the thing that keeps me sane. Even if I just go and stretch, just knowing that I'm doing something, like just something about it just helps me like like relax. You know, let out the stress, and I'll walk out of there and I feel a lot better. And so that it's not even. It's like having to go to work. It's like I know I have to do it, and it doesn't feel like a burden though.
It's a priority for you.
It's a priority. It doesn't feel like a burden. Like, damn, I gotta go. It's like I gotta go.
So is gym? Would you say that gym is one of your top 5 priorities?
Yeah.
What is it for you?
Top 5?
No.
Yeah.
No,
If
I don't think it is. I'm sorry.
Who were you asking? Them or me?
No.
Is it?
It's more like 6, like wow. It's like 6 and 5.
It's like,
They're fighting right there. They're just I don't know what we're.
so it's making it a priority.
Right.
I would say it's top 5 though, but I can't get past my top 4 to get it 5. So
I feel like everything that Santi does, he makes a priority. So how does that work?
For me, I think it just comes down to having discipline. Like I was raised playing soccer pretty much, and we always had discipline. That's like the main thing that they would teach us. You gotta have discipline. You gotta know what you're doing and this and that, right? So for me, that's what keeps me going. Because when you have discipline, you have self-control, and it also I feel like it trains your mind and your character. Mm-hmm. So it's just something that keeps me motivated. Mm-hmm. Just having discipline, and I'll bring soccer up again because I would say that's my main.
We all soccer players out here.
That's my main thing right there. Like that's. When I step on the soccer field, I'm just like I forget about everything else. No matter what's going on in my life, just forget everything, and it's a good feeling, and that's what keeps me motivated as well. Just knowing that I'm here, and nothing else around me. I just forget about it. Yeah. So I mean, discipline.
Like so far, like some of the tools that we got were self-discipline, consistency, your mindset. And it's like, those are certain things, but in small habits, goals, small habits to have, to stay motivated to do
more
things.
attainable than.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna ask him, or maybe all of you, but starting with him is, do you guys use just like one specific team? It's a whole
All kind of teams.
Fuck, bro, you Costco.
I use
Fuck
everything.
you, bitch.
I use everything.
Yeah, well.
Anything.
Okay, do you guys use like one thing to kind of just keep you guys focused? Mm-hmm. That's the question, but I'm gonna ask you first. Do you use soccer as like that thing? Since you basically revolve your life around soccer, do you kind of use the whole week to discipline yourself to get to Sunday and actually just play? Because that's what you want to do. Or even Thursday, since you do play indoor too.
Yeah, I would say soccer is the main thing for me.
So that's like your anchor
Yeah.
to kind of keep yourself just stay afloat in a sense, or?
Yeah, for me, yeah. Because even like throughout the week when when I'm texting Freddy, I'm telling him, "Hey, bro, like I cannot wait to play with you. I cannot wait to
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're jealous right now, but it's okay.
Hey, Freddie's a baller. What the fuck?
Hey, he look good too.
And he look good.
I'm sorry,
I
that's
got
just.
the balls. You ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
No, but like that's what keeps me motivated, and that's how like I get ready for Sundays.
Yeah.
That was your question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, it's because I just since I missed so much of it for like 4 years, 6 years actually. Like I didn't play, I didn't touch the ball for fucking 4 years, and for someone that grew up around soccer, it's sad. Well, for me, it's sad, and then so that's what keeps me motivated, no matter what. it would be soccer. Yeah.
What about you? Would it be the same or?
Most of the time, it is.
Or just, I think for you it's mostly, sorry, the thing, my perspective is just like staying fit, like just staying in shape.
No, but I always have to
For
have
soccer,
that goal. Yeah, I always have to have that goal.
Because if you, sorry, but even when he's hurt, no, but because even when he's hurt, his thing is like working, recovering, doing the training and the recovery that he needs to be doing in order to get back to playing.
Like maintaining.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
So-
I think all around, well, that is my passion. Like,
As well.
ultimately, that's my passion, you know, but like whenever I've stopped playing soccer, I notice that my motivation is like gone. So that's how I know the difference between being motivated and like having the reason to go to the gym every day and like get faster, get stronger, touch the ball better, whatever. And then the difference of when I'm not playing is like, damn, I don't feel like going to the gym. Remember I would tell you like I'm kind of tired of just lifting weights and like getting stronger, but there's not really the motivation to go. But I'd still go, you know. But now with soccer, it's like it's definitely more of a. I don't even have to be disciplined. I can just do it off of pure motivation to just keep on trying to get better, or faster, or whatever, or get.
That's where that drive kicks in. I guess.
Yeah, so do you think that the motivation for both of you guys actually is for the game or for the team depending on you? Because some people are just like,
For that,
oh,
for the team they're playing, for sure the team.
they need
Trash.
because you know some people are just like, hey, summer's coming up, I'm trying to look good with my shirt off or in a bikini, so they want to like their motivation is being able to wear like
But
something
see, you know,
like
I think that's
so,
bad.
so it's
I was
That's
just
what I
gonna
was
say
gonna
that. I
say.
mean,
That's bad because
why is it bad? Let's go.
again, fuck, leave me out.
that's definitely
they left you.
Fuck.
No, I think it's bad because so a lot of people say, "Oh, I got a wedding coming up. I got to fit into this dress," or "I got this coming up. Summer's coming up." They get to that point or close enough to that goal that they want to get to, and then they fall off. And then it's like after that, they either fucking gain twice the weight or they just fucking wild out.
So that makes you that like probably segues into diets, right? So have any of you guys tried diets? Like you're like try to diet because you want it to work and like have that fall off?
I
or?
have, and I've done it multiple times. And the times that I get deep into a diet, I end up bouncing back and gaining hella weight. That's just because it's always like I had set those like temporary. Oh, I want to get like this by summer, and that's how it was. It was constantly like I'm gonna lose this much weight, and then once you start losing that weight and you start feeling better and looking better, then you think it's like okay to start eating fucking junk food and drinking all the time, and that's exactly. You don't have the discipline to. I'm not disciplined, I guess. I don't know what it is.
I didn't say you weren't. I'm just saying it's.
Well,
it's
because in your
discipline.
mind you like think it's like suffering, bro. Like I want to like eat a burger if I want a burger, you know. Like I
And
mean,
that's why I think you need to have balance. You need to, like you do now, because when he first started working out, he didn't want to fucking even smell it because it was like, nah, I'm not fucking with that because I don't want it. I'm scared to get back to what I was. So now he's traumatized off where he was.
Hey,
Now he's carrying around
Hey,
trauma.
hey, read chapter 3.
Hey.
We talked all about it.
2.
2. We talked all about it.
Give me that tree.
Yeah, it was 2. Chapter 2.
No, but I have more.
Explain why you feel that.
I have more freedom now, like, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you
that's
guys
what I
noticed
was
it now.
getting
Like,
at.
I have more balance to when it comes
I
down
think
to
you
eating. and stuff.
realize like it's okay to do that because I'm working so hard. That one cheat meal a week is not gonna fuck up, you know. Now if you're like starting Friday, you're fucking eating and drinking, and Saturday you're eating and drinking, Sunday you're eating and drinking, and you're not working out the same because a lot of people like take the weekends off or whatever it is.
I'll take the whole week
It's
off.
easily that you're taking one step forward and 2 steps back now. You're not really progressing, and then you lose the motivation because oh fuck, I'm putting in all this work all week, but why am I not losing weight? Why am I not getting stronger? Why am I not getting lean or gaining muscle? Because on the weekends, you completely lose track of what the fuck you're eating.
Like for Santi, he's like, I'm gonna go to the gym. Like I'm not gonna eat this. Like I'm not gonna drink when everyone else is drinking. Santi's very like focused on whatever he's doing.
So for you, what made that switch to where the first couple months you didn't even want to, not on Sundays, not one cheat meal. How did it become from
strict to balance?
Yeah, strict to balance. Like, what helped you balance that out?
Yeah, you literally went 0 to 100 real quick.
Real quick.
So what made that difference, or what made you say, like, you know what, it's all right if I have this?
I think it's the way that I work out, like the way that I do like my training and stuff. Because I don't want to sound like cocky and shit, but like I feel like I'm actually out there like killing myself when I'm working out, when I'm training, and I
You're
feel
playing soccer definitely too, especially for that team.
And and when I thought to myself like, okay, so I'm doing all of this. I feel like I probably deserve, to kind of
Treat yourself.
like treat myself, like get some freedom as far as like food and stuff like that. So I mean, that I guess that's what it was. Because when I first started working out with you, I didn't want to eat like that because I could eat. Like I could eat. I'm sure all of you guys know I could eat. Like if I was to like grab a burger and stuff like that, I felt at first that I was gonna just keep on eating and then fall back into that routine that I had before I started working out, and I didn't want to fall into that again. So. After I started working out and stuff, and because he would even tell me like, hey bro, it's alright bro, get some wings, get a burger, something,
I'm not telling you like go all day, because when I say balance, I don't mean go all day, all week, clean, and then the weekend eat whatever the fuck you want. On the weekend, I still think you should eat your breakfast, your lunch, your whatever it is you're having, your healthy snacks, and then like, alright, I'm gonna have a cheat meal, or But I think the misconception is like, I'm gonna have a cheat meal turns into a cheat day.
Okay, so I want to retract what I was saying. Okay, so when I really dig down to the source of why I do things that way to just cut it out, is that my motivation is to be able to say that I haven't eaten meat in 5 months, or my motivation is able to say like, oh, I haven't drank in this amount of time, or I haven't this, or I haven't that. And in my mind, I feel like if I cheated throughout the way, then I couldn't say that. So I think that it's more of like what I would be able to like present myself as, like, oh, I haven't did this in this amount of time, I haven't went to the club in this amount of time. And I think that's probably, like, when I drill down to it, it's the bottom line of my motivation for cutting things out completely so I can have that date of accomplishment.
So then it feels like I'm being a hypocrite if I say I've been a vegan for this long, but every week
I cheat. Yeah,
so that's a different
for me.
kind of. I think that's like a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's different than saying, like how she was saying about the club. That's completely different. Than saying, I choose not to go to the club because if I do go, I'm gonna buy a hella drink.
True.
I'm gonna spend hella money. Rather than I don't eat meat because I'm attempting and I'm trying something new, and I want to see if I can get through it without having to do that.
Yeah. So I think what it boils down to is that for me, at least, to be like, oh, I haven't did this or I haven't did that.
So how do you feel after going?
After going? Well, I think that I have to like go back to the goals that I had. And when I started, it was like, I want to see if I could feel better not eating meat because I was experiencing like health issues for the amount of time. And like my first goal was only 2 months. And then I was just like, dude, I don't feel shit. Like, I feel the same. I feel like shit. The only thing I feel different is that I'm hella tired because I'm not taking in the same amount of protein like I was. And then I was like, you know what? I've been eating meat for my entire life. Maybe I should go for longer, to see if I can reap these benefits. Because, like, studies were done for gladiators to see, like, because the gladiators were the most taken care of men back in the day. And so I guess their bones were tested, and they found that they were mostly plant-based. So even back in the day, so I was like, oh, okay, let me see how it works for me. 4 months, feel shit. Right now, I still don't feel shit. Like, I don't feel any different than I did 5 months ago, even though I can say that I haven't eaten meat in 5 months. But in my mind, I'm just kind of like, well, maybe I have to stick to it longer so I can get these benefits of having hella energy, because I want to have a hella energy. I don't. For losing weight, like, that ain't working yet either. So I think that, like, just what's motivating me is, like, these potential benefits.
I think we can get deeper into that, but that can be a completely different conversation.
Yeah.
Because you could be lacking. The reason you may not be feeling these things, and 5 months in is a long time.
Yeah.
The reason you may not be feeling these effects is because you're lacking, say, certain vitamins, certain nutrients and stuff like that. That when you do go plant-based, you have to intake certain things.
Yeah, and I take supplements.
Supplements,
yeah.
whatever it is. Now you're not only are you not getting enough protein, probably, there's a bunch of nutrients that you still need to take. And there was a podcast I was listening to about like the whole sodium thing, where you just, once you stop eating meat, there's a bunch of stuff that your body now is not intaking. So, but that can be a completely different conversation. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
But has that motivated you to continue to?
Yeah, I think of like how far I've came, and I was just like, oh, I gotta keep going now, because like for me, it's like, you know how sometimes you said sometimes it's easier to go back. Like for me, I'm just like, yeah, let me just keep going, because like if I eat meat, I have to start that clock over again. So that's like how my mindset kind of is.
Rather not go back.
Yeah.
You.
What was your question for me?
Like what? So
what do we gotta do to get you back in the gym, bruh? That's what we were trying. That's why we're here.
It's gotta be him. It's gotta be him.
No, honestly, okay.
Yeah.
So to answer my own question, I think would be for me happiness. Like happiness, like self-happiness would be like the thing that keeps me driven to whatever I want to do. So what I've noticed is when I discover like a new hobby that I really enjoy doing, I kind of just laser focus on that, which could be a really good thing, but also bad because. So the good thing about that is I go 100% like, okay, I got to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to do that. I want to get better. You know, I want to be better than this guy, be better than that guy. I want to be better than myself, etc., etc. But the bad thing is that I start to lose focus of other things like my shape, you know, literally and figuratively. Barbering in a sense, because I feel like now I spend a little bit less time at the shop and more time trying to be out and like learning all these new discoveries that I have discovered. That makes sense. So for me, it's just happiness, and being at the gym, it does make me happy. But I think it goes back to what he was saying. Like I don't like the environment.
Don't you feel? But don't you feel like more sluggish, or you don't feel like more tired?
Oh, definitely. Fuck yeah. But I think that's my not necessarily the gym. It's my diet. For sure, 100% my diet.
It comes down to priorities too.
Yes.
So like instead of thinking of like the gym, shouldn't you think about like your health, for example? So if you want to continue to grow in these,
that's
these hobbies.
See, but I think
like
the bad thing with that is, as young people, we don't really take it in like a danger
An
until it
importance.
starts affecting us.
Right.
Like diabetes.
Yeah, until it starts affecting us like older people do is when they start like, damn, I need this. The doctor tells them you gotta stop.
You're finna die, bro. Yeah. Literally, yeah.
You know, you're like, your arteries are clogging up because you're eating too much junk food or fat or whatever. Then you start like, all right, I need to change it because you have to. But I think in your case, it's like it's not really affecting you, so you're able to do everything else normally without you having to go to the gym every day. So, I mean, I think that's where that.
I think Alex gets bored. I get bored easily, and I think that's what it is with you. I think that like you'll have an interest that sparks, and then you'll go 100% trying to figure out what that is, and then you'll be like, this is not really me, so I'm gonna do something else. You know, so I think it's things, including working out, lack your attention, like your interest, so you don't give it enough attention.
Yeah.
What kept you motivated when you were working out with Oscar before? You weren't cutting hair. You had I think you were at Wells Fargo, I believe, when you were actually working out. So what kept you motivated, or what made you?
You had a short-term goal at the time. Like you had something that you wanted to do.
Honestly, I can't remember. It's been so long.
But I think that's what it was. It was like, hey, I gotta get in shape because, I got this.
No, but there something had like you. You had something in mind. That
I think
really
for me, I mean, even till this day.
Till this day.
I knew you were gonna say
that. Wilder fight tomorrow. Tune in.
So even till this day, I think like I'm pretty sure that's what it is because of that when it came to my head. It's just like seeing like the best version of myself. Like I really want to see that, and I mean physically. and I still, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I can't stick to the fucking gym.
Why though?
I really don't know.
Why?
Why? I mean,
just like he gets bored of stuff, I really think he's bored of the environment.
like,
I think he needs like.
But bro, I think eventually, like me, I don't like the environment of gyms. I'd love to have a gym at home and work out by myself. You know what I mean? But when I go to the gym, I mean, I notice everyone, but at the same time, to this day, to this day. But I mean, when I go in there, it's like I know what I have to work on.
But see, your goals are different than his. Him working out would just be to feel better and look better. Yours is like performance. I have to be able to perform. I have to be the strongest I can
that's
be,
true.
the
I
fastest I
agree
can
with you
be.
on that. Cause
No, but see that's
And you, it's like
no,
I want to look better.
No, but I think it's the same with me. Like I want to see like the best version of myself, which would include performing at my best, looking my best. But there's just
but
there's
if you could do that from your
something.
bed, you would.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
we know that's
Real
work,
talk. Yeah, that's
you know?
true.
But that's where discipline kicks in.
And then that's where he lacks the discipline
look,
in the gym.
And that's where I think like sports takes such a big responsibility in anyone's life.
Yeah.
If no one's played a sport before, then
they should.
you know they
Then
should.
they should.
No, they really
should.
should.
They should.
They really should.
Or they can link it up to whatever they feel motivated by, no matter whether it's chasing money, chasing girls, whatever, bettering your car. Like you're gonna work hard because you need to get this money to fix your car. You're gonna work hard.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Get a better job because you want to get this girl or whatever it might be. Whatever drives you that way, I think you can link that up to, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be fitness, but great if it does. But like in your case, you need to like put that in your mind and just take it day by day. You don't gotta set this like, damn, I need to go this whole year. Nah, just take it day by day. Like, just take 30 minutes out of your day and slowly get yourself in the rhythm. Like, don't go cold turkey and start. No, I can't eat burgers. I can't drink. I can't have no candy. Nothing. No, just slowly. Today, I'm not gonna eat no bread. You know, for that week. Eventually, the bread it won't even be in your mind no more. Mm-hmm. The next week, I'm not gonna have no sweets. If you drink 5 sodas in a week, drink 4, and slowly start. You know. Rewiring yourself to getting used to that. Like you gotta slowly take it down a notch, and then going to the gym could be like 30 minutes today. I'm gonna go in, go walk. Next day, go in, go walk 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. It might seem like nothing, but just like you were saying about the one straw doesn't break a camel's back, right?
It's like for example, it's like you say, hey, this straw broke the camel's back. One straw, no, there was 5,000 before that.
Mm-hmm.
Same way in the opposite direction, but you slowly start stacking the straws until eventually, you know, you got that built to where it's a foundation in a way. Like you're training yourself slowly. It doesn't have to be like today I don't go to the gym, but tomorrow I'm gonna cut everything out. I'm gonna hit 2 hours at the gym. And if a week you don't see no difference, you're like, damn, well, what the hell am I doing?
Why am I doing it? Yeah.
That's why you kind of just gotta take it day by day and be like, well, today I'm gonna go for 30 minutes. You know, even if it's 30 minutes every day, that's all the time you got. That's perfect. You know what I mean? In 30 minutes that you go and talk to somebody or go to the store, or whatever, just go to the gym. Go sit in the gym and walk. Go stretch. Go do whatever. Eventually, it'll become a routine. And it'll become like something that you get used to, and then you start kind of building up, like, and it just becomes a part of you. It becomes a lifestyle more than a chore, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. You know, and
that's what I like about the gym too. Is that like even if I do go by myself, like I'm very extroverted, so like I might meet somebody there one day, like unintentionally, and then like when I'm leaving, I'm like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm like in my head, I'm just like, fuck, I gotta come tomorrow, you know. So it happens like that. So I kind of like doing that. And then like at every gym I've ever been to, there's been very like old people there like hitting that shit. And I'm just like, damn, like, I'll look at them motivated, and I'm like, dang, like, if they're hella, like, twice my age doing this shit, I should be able to do this shit, too. So that's why I like the gym environment, because you're always going to find people older than you, like, hitting that shit. So I just, like, put that weight, always.
And they will all tell you the same thing. Like, I know a lot of people don't even, like, young, like, 25, 24, 23, we don't even think about it really. Like, you know, it's like, why do I need to work out? Why do I need to watch what I eat? Why do I need? But and if you go to the gym or go wherever and talk to an older person who's like watching, who's aware of what they do with their health, they'll all tell you like, start now. You know, like start setting your lifestyle now, so that when you get to my age, you don't have to start. You know, you already got it. You already have it, and it's
You don't have to
a lot
struggle
easier.
and
You don't
stuff.
have to struggle to do it. You know, and it will affect your life like in anything. Really, you can apply that to anything. Because I know going to school, like I would always, when I was out of school, I'd be like, damn, I can't wait to go back to school. I'd be hella motivated, like, damn, I
never
can't
had that.
wait. And then when I was in school, 15 days in, I'd be like, fuck.
Oh
And
shit!
that's that motivation. Like,
I'm
I
gonna get
don't have-
suspended today.
Right.
Who was a fight
I'm about to get sick for a week.
for a week? Try you.
No, but that's something like, think of something that you don't have a drive for or a passion for, like anything really. For me, it was school. Like I didn't like school. I had to go to school, and for soccer, I went to school and I tried, but I'd be hella motivated to go to school. And when I started school, I'd be like, damn, I fucking hate this shit, you know. And then my motivation was completely gone, and so then I would just not. My discipline wasn't there, and I wouldn't try or nothing, and that's just what it is in anything, really, you know.
So how can we help you?
Bro, it has to be himself.
Do I have to talk to you like you used to talk to me? Or?
Those are some sloppy ass jumping jacks.
No,
Do it again, bro. Damn, I barely started. Relax.
I don't think I'll be able to do that though. To tell him like,
Honestly, I don't think.
Like,
I'll call him and be like,
No, because
No, but I
it
don't.
doesn't matter what you say to him. He talks to himself worse.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't think there's
so
anyone.
he needs somebody that fucking like
No,
just
but
lays
he
it
needs
down and shit.
someone
Like, hey,
that-
bitch, like get your ass to the fucking.
He needs to start talking to like a fit ass girl that's like going to the gym every day, and all of a sudden you gonna see this.
You remember?
Yeah, and that's what it is for him.
To this day.
I've been going to the
You
gym.
guys remember when he was posting on Snapchat every day?
Bro.
Day 19.
and,
He had just added some shit.
add Alejandro on Instagram. You'll see all the
Back to
gym
your
photos.
question, what kept him motivated when he was going with me?
Yeah.
It wasn't with me. It was because there was some chick on his
Yeah,
Snapchat.
I didn't want to say it. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, can we come right here? Hey,
And after
producer.
after day 18, he got her and he fell off.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sorry to say it, Alex.
She got pregnant or what? You got
Oh,
less
fuck.
interested?
I know.
Damn.
No, see if that's what motivates you.
Nah, I don't think. Maybe back then it was. I was younger, so all you wanted to do was kind of just,
I was
get
younger.
girls and fucking have sex and all of this. I think now it's. I think now it's just mostly, though it should be, and I feel like it is about me. I mean, of course. I mean, I'm still young, so yeah, of course I want to chase a girl, and I want to have sex, obviously, but I think it is more about me. But I still can't find that. Like, I don't know. There's something as far as the gym, there's something that I just can't like find, or maybe like kind of hold on to be like, you gotta go every day, you gotta go every day, you gotta go every day.
I mean, do you think that if you're more physically attractive to yourself, don't you think that would attract girls to you too?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Cheers.
Damn. So
I think he'll eventually find his, that one thing.
No,
that-
I have it now. I just haven't took the step to start, which I should.
I think we have all the tools in us because you present those skills needed for the gym and other aspects of your life, like in
Exactly.
barbering and photography. So you have it in there, but it's just interesting because Santi does it in everything. He makes everything in his life like a priority. Freddie makes everything in his life a priority. So I think that what we're trying to attain is to make everything that we do a priority. Like if you put your name on it, it better look good, So if you sign up for the gym, they know you fucking left sweat there before you left, So that's what we need to do.
Don't look at me though.
I don't know. I mean, my trainer,
But
I got a new trainer the other day, He said I can have balance and drink.
So you
Yeah, he said I can have balance. So he's like, you can only drink, but only on the podcast. I was like, bet. Do we have any more shots?
Are you trying to pour up? Who, you trying to take a shot with who right now? Let's go. And you know what? The one thing I have been doing till this day is drinking.
Ooh, I like that.
See, he's got discipline for that.
see.
It really just has to be him.
No, but and
No,
I'm
go ahead.
I'm
I tried, bro. Like, how many I would text him every day. Hey, bro, let's go. Hey, bro, let's go. And he would show up, and then eventually it was just like, nah, bro, I'm not going. I'm not going. Like, bro, come on, we gotta go. No, I'm not going.
I think it's just for
So
me.
I gave up. It was like eventually he'll come like to terms with it, and just for whatever reason or whatever motive he has that time, because he's had thousands of motives of going to the gym, and then he eventually falls off. So I think eventually he will find that one thing that keeps him consistent and disciplined.
I think it revolves around that discipline. Like, if you tell yourself, like, okay, I need to start doing this and have discipline and stuff like that, that's gonna help you a lot.
See,
trust me.
I want to say I am disciplined, but
You're
but not for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you could have discipline so I'm not disciplined like in general. Like if I was to be like, oh, I can't say I'm a disciplined person, but I think I could say like, oh, I'm disciplined for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I do want to get certain things done or learn certain things, I'm disciplined enough to where I actually do and go learn those things. For example, like
So are you
I think
motivated?
that's like goal driven.
Yeah, that's
you have
like
a goal to do something and you just do whatever.
Because I think discipline actually spills over
But
into
for
every
like-
aspect of your life. So go walk into his room, and then let me go walk in your room. His room, fucking neat. Like every single thing is neat. Yours, you know what I'm saying?
'Cause I'm busy.
I bet you there's a couple.
I'm not like that at
See,
all.
exactly.
Like me,
Your shoes are clean as fuck at all times.
okay, but
No,
that's
but have you
Come
seen his
on.
room? Well, not now, but before. Did you see his room? He could be like, I'm gonna wake up at 6. I'm gonna do this and that. Like, be the
That's
like,
what I was
holy
gonna
fuck.
say.
But you walk into his room like, God damn, where you?
it wasn't dirty, bro. It was all clean clothes, but I knew where everything was. It was just not in the right place.
But I mean, laundry's a whole
That's all
different thing.
fucks with you, right? Because you, hey. Fuck with you, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Synchronicity.
Titty?
Hey, but listen,
We're
since
talking about motivation, right?
since your guys' motivation is soccer, do you think you'll still have the motivation after you're too old to play soccer?
I think I will.
I'll be back.
I think I will just because I've been hurt and I haven't been able to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mentality starts shifting to new goals. So
To get back. But
not
if
even to get back because I
Oh.
thought I was done with soccer.
oh,
And so then it kind of like I started thinking of different things that I could like put myself through to better myself, or whether it's like get bigger, get leaner. It's usually those two, but
Shit, the time he got down to like fucking 4% body fat.
yeah,
And that was
time
just
seemed-
a goal. It was like I'm gonna get this low.
to 4?
That's
That's
fucking
discipline.
state-
That's real
that's
talk, bro.
stage body.
Discipline.
He said, and he said, that's why I fuck
That's
with
what-
you. Like,
it was like-
hey.
I just heard.
We're like, oh,
That's exactly what it is. Whatever.
so we're talking about like when they get older and the soccer's not the motivation anymore, we'll still have the discipline to stay.
I think for them, by the time they get old, I think that should just be like fucking embedded on them. You know, like when they like mark cows or like with the fucking little fire thing. I think that's for them. It will be like that.
Bro,
Brandon.
And the thing is, it's
Brandon, there you go.
To me, it's like a lifestyle. Like I don't know if it is for you yet.
Soccer or
No, like just
Working out.
Just whether, like for me, like if I don't go to the gym, people will notice, and I don't even have to tell them. You know, like
Where you
bro,
been at?
like not even that part, like not even the gym, but like people in like my daily life, like when I go to work, people be like, but you alright? Like what?
The fuck are you doing?
Let's drink some drink.
He's like,
Once you have discipline, you will understand.
yeah.
Why are you drinking a soda?
He's gonna mix
Bro,
it.
I have nothing to mix it with.
Bro, we killed the whole bottle right now? Is it really done?
I can't show the soda because they're not sponsoring us.
Yeah.
What doesn't it sound hella sexy? Hey, bro, wait.
Alcoholics.
Oh.
No discipline.
I'll see me there hitting legs tomorrow. I'll see you there.
Ooh.
Why were you out
you
there?
Got, you got games.
What time we going?
No, you can't do that.
Why?
Because we gotta work on a whole different.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
It's a whole different thing for you.
Wait, did you want some?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Because you're disciplined, that's why.
I'm just playing. I'm about to go drink that Modelo in there.
Where are we at?
I'm
Well, no,
sorry.
he was. You were saying that something about lifestyle.
Yeah, people notice when he's gone in his
Oh, yeah,
whole
like-
life.
Like because it like when I don't work out, I feel number one lazy. Because I'm a lazy person. Like I love to sit home and do nothing. Like,
Sleep.
and sleep.
So
Like, I
but
love
he
it.
chooses not to.
I love
No.
it.
Some
And
days he
when I
sleeps
can,
like
when I
12
can, I
hours,
will.
you know?
Like,
Uh-huh.
I think me and you are very different in that aspect because I love to be lazy. Like I love doing nothing. I could sit at home and do nothing and be perfectly happy with myself.
And this guy's up at 6 a.m. every fucking
See,
day.
I was born in the afternoon though. What time were you born?
4 in the morning, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm up for that time.
Oh, that's a whole other
It's all
topic.
genetic.
Astrology and the way that it's all that
No,
bullshit.
but see, but with you, even if you like, you're always like look good. You always stay like in shape, no matter what. Like,
Well, because it's my lifestyle though. Like if I don't do it, I don't feel like. Like I was asking you, did you go to the gym today? No. Do you feel guilty? Because I feel like when I don't do something.
Do you feel like a little bitch?
Hey, real talk.
No, like to me, it's so much in my
Should we get him
lifestyle
alcohol?
that like if I don't do it, I feel like something's
Like,
missing.
like
It almost
your
feels
day's
like not
incomplete,
eating.
right?
Yeah,
Like your day's incomplete.
yeah. It feels
Yeah.
like I didn't eat that day.
That's how it feels for me. Like, especially if it's like your day off, for example, and you did a couple other things, but there's still that one thing that you had to do. Like you had to check that off, but you didn't go to the gym. Now you feel like, fuck, I wasted this day.
Yeah.
Even though you were productive, you still feel like you
It's
wasted.
part of your life. It
Yeah.
becomes part of your life, and that's why I think when I get older, it's like, and I have it in my mind that that's gonna be like, and I've already thought about it. Like if I had knee surgery, so it's like if I get arthritis in my knee and I can't run and all that, shit, I'm gonna find something else that motivates me to, to just be, to keep
Maybe
doing
the
it.
next thing for you guys could be like, coaching or something else.
I got a son now, so that's my motivation.
there you go.
Would you two say that you guys are like disciplined in every aspect of your life, or just fitness related, in shape, best performance, best version of yourself?
Fuck no, dude, I just.
I'm not worried about the little things that don't really affect my life.
As far as what?
Don't affect his performance.
No performance, but if
Well,
it's
as far as what?
if it's job related,
Yes.
I feel like I'm pretty disciplined. Like I've set my goals and I've achieved them, and I'm at a spot where I've achieved what I said I was gonna do. Fitness wise, I'm never gonna have enough because I always want more, and I think that's a
Okay, Goku.
no. I'm serious. like it's always like that for me. Like when I set a goal and I'm getting close to it, I'm like, nah, that ain't enough. It's
Yeah.
like hitting. You want to hit 12 reps, but you get to 11 and you're like, damn, I could do 15. It's the same thing that just keeps on changing. I don't know if everyone has that or not, but to me, it just always is changing. And so, whether I'm achieving that goal or the next one, there's always something that I can do.
You always
better,
want, yeah.
better. Yeah. Whether it's a faster time, more reps, or
Because I think that gets to the mindset of like, whoa, shit. If I said I couldn't do, like, let's say like we're in a mile, if I said I could run a mile in 6 minutes and I did, fuck, then I could run it in 5:50. Well, fuck, if I said I could run it in 5:50 and I did, then I could run it at 5:40. And I think it's just like a fucking repetitive cycle, so it's like non-stop, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you say he always wants more. He always gonna.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, but I'm saying I think this is something that happens to a lot of people. So in a sense, like the discipline will always be there, and that there'll never be enough till we die.
Mm-hmm. It's because you never know what your best is. If your best keeps getting better.
Did you compare yourself with like other people?
I don't.
I do.
Well, yes, but no.
Yeah, like as far as like wanting to have like the discipline that somebody else has, or being able to do the things that they do and stuff like that.
I do compare myself in that aspect. As far as, for example, I look at you like, damn, like I wish I had that discipline.
Aww.
I think I do, like in a good way. But then I don't really look at other people and be like, damn, like I wish I was like him. I wish I was him. You know, like in that aspect, no.
No, because well, for me, I feel like that's like a negative thing. If you like compare yourself to somebody else,
I think it's admiration for what you're doing for yourself, which is good. It's not jealousy. It's not like I wish I had what you had, but it's admiration because you're on your shit. So like it's like it serves as a motivation for me to be on my shit too, you know. And it's good to be around people that are like doing what they're supposed to be doing, because then like it gives you permission to do the same, you know. Like I can't hang out with this group every single. I don't know about Alex, but I can't hang out with you guys every day and not be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It's just not possible because it wouldn't match, you know. So I think when you surround yourself around people that are doing the things that you want to do, like it naturally like rubs off on you. So it's the admiration there, but not a jealousy, because in all reality, like if you really wanted it, you can attain it for yourself, because it all boils down to hard work and discipline.
That's true.
And it's crazy what you can like actually like achieve. I know, like growing up in sports, like I started hella late, and I grew up around this guy playing soccer. This guy was like, I looked up to him and like other guys that had been playing soccer since they were 5. No, for real though. And they were already beasts, you know. And they were like, and it was just like, damn, like I can't wait till I'm able to do what he can do, you know, or like other players. And it's crazy what, like at the time that you start, you might look at them and be like, damn, I don't know, you know, but seeing yourself grow in a short amount of time, if you discipline yourself to do it and you got that motivation to keep doing it, it's like, it's crazy what you can actually achieve in like anything, really. Like this guy learned to cut hair. All of a sudden I see his haircuts and I'm like, just go get.
I know, that's what I was like. Hey, I'm
pretty fucking quick, you know.
Fuck, shit.
If Alex can do it, then
Yeah, well, just like you said. Well, just like you said, I think
this dude got no art skills. I got some art skills. I think I can do it.
it's all in the mind, baby.
I was watching him cut today.
Even
Like
Shanky was like, "Hey, bro, I think if you cut hair." I'm like, bro, don't tell me that. I'm like,
hey, I was like, I went to the shop today, bro.
It's already my spot.
I went to the shop today. I went to the shop today and I saw Alex cut, and I was like, damn, that's dope. And like, cause I be cutting people, but like people in my family, you know. And it's like I'm afraid to cut anyone else, but he was cutting, and he was just like, all right, that's gonna be $50. And I was like,
hey, like we were talking about last time, you gotta keep adding value to yourself.
Know your value,
yeah.
and the guy paid him happily. Like he did, like make the guy look hella, you know, good. But I'm like, dang, it's lucrative, so you get in there if you want to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could be whatever you want, baby. Because I fucks with you. You feel me? You just fucking jealous,
that you guys can't snap,
bro. Because you guys don't sync. Let me see. Let's try it.
We're gonna do a wrap up right now.
You're gonna stay late.
I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Is there any takeaways that you have for today's chapter, motivation?
I think for anyone who just wants to be motivated, whether it's fitness or work or school or anything really in any aspect of life, I think the most important thing is to take it day by day, like I said, and then set short-term goals that you're able to achieve, whether it's weekly or monthly, and then as you keep achieving those small-term goals, you'll build motivation to set for longer goals, and slowly it'll just build into something that you regularly do.
The
And
regulars.
eventually it'll be your lifestyle. It's whatever it is you want to do.
That is perfect. Santi?
For me, I'm gonna have to go with like I would want to say that if you plan like you were saying short terms, like I could go with that too, but like if you plan ahead like for the day and stuff like that, I feel like that's gonna help you have an idea of the things that have to get done, and you're actually gonna get to them and not like fall off track and just be like lazy and stuff like that. So that's actually something that helps me out too, like planning my days and stuff and knowing what I gotta do. So that would be for me.
Do you guys have anything to wrap up?
They pretty much got it.
I mean,
Thank you guys so much for coming to the show today. This chapter was amazing.
you're drunk, huh?
Fuck no. Maybe.
I look you feel.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I know I definitely enjoyed you having Freddy and Santi here. You guys dropped some gems on us, and we always look
Real
forward to
talk.
that.
Hey, real
like,
talk.
We hit discipline, consistency, your mindset, and setting small goals. And I think that's what the people needed to hear. So that's real talk.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Thank you guys.
It's real. It's raw.
It's also deep and diverse.
Real talk.